Trouble Busters!
My name is Alan, and I'm a construction worker. Work is tough and physically straining, but I cooperate with the other workers to get the work done. Today is another day of hard work for me.
That's too heavy. You won't be able to carry that all on your own.
Let me try to carry this.
Everyone, please make sure that you do not strain yourself like Alan is doing there. We don't want any injuries.
I'll be fine. I'm big and strong.
You're lucky to be working for this company. Our company has insurance, so even if you get hurt, we'll be able to cover your medical bills. Most of the other companies don't have insurance.
Please don't assume that I'm gonna get injured.
I'm certain that you'll get hurt one day.
I'm gonna prove you wrong. This is Nick, my manager and head of the company. He's kind and a good boss to all the employees.
Did you just look at my head?
Oh no, I was just looking into the sky.
Hello. Hi, Aaron.
How are you?
Let's have a quick meeting in my office. It's really hot these days.
Yes, I can't believe that I'm wearing a suit on such a hot day. Must be hot to work outside all day long.
Yes, my staff work very hard all day long.
This Aaron guy's a little condescending. Aaron works in sales and he brings new clients to the company, which is why my manager is so nice to him. But I've never really liked him. It's not like he did anything bad to me, but I feel like what he says to us is kind of rude all the time. He would say something like, "You construction workers are so tough. You remind me of gorillas." Or he'd say something like, "You construction workers are so hesitant to heat. You're like stray dogs living outside." I think that deep down, he looks down on us construction workers. Maybe I'm being a little too dramatic, but his words sting nonetheless.
Alan, I need to ask you for a favor.
What is it? Do you need me to borrow my hair growth stimulant again?
That's not it. That stuff doesn't seem to work at all, by the way. Aaron is going to stop by our office early tomorrow with a new project for us.
I see.
I won't make it in time. So will you be there to meet him instead? Make sure that you arrive early so that the room is cool, and wait for Aaron with a nice cup of tea and some sweets ready.
Okay, fine by me. Just to let you know, I have a bad feeling about Aaron.
You idiot! He brings in new business for us. We need him.
Can't we get another guy to bring in new business?
You shouldn't say bad things about someone that we work with. You should be careful with your words.
I'd like to say the same thing to Aaron. He's always making fun of us, and I don't trust him.
Aaron is actually a nice guy. You'll see that if you spend more time with him, and I trust him completely.
If you say so.
Your judgment about people is usually good, so I'll keep in mind what you told me. Anyway, thanks for taking care of the meeting with Aaron tomorrow.
All right. I'll make sure that the room temperature is just right and serve him good tea.
I'm also looking for recommendations for a high-quality hair growth stimulant.
All right, I'll get back to you on that. I hope that you'll give me a pay raise for finding you that hair growth stimulant.
You wish!
The following morning, I went to work early and got ready for my meeting with Aaron. Wow, it's so cold with the air conditioner turned on. Maybe I should turn up the temperature a little. Good morning. Good morning, Aaron. I'm Alan. I don't think I've properly introduced myself to you before. I remember you. You're the one that carries all those heavy things by yourself. You look like an angry grizzly bear when you're working. I didn't know what he meant by that. I guess I'm always shouting, which makes me look angry. I'm surprised you have so much energy. Don't you ever get tired? I guess I don't. For us construction workers, it's very important to be motivated, energetic, and loud. I guess those skills don't come in handy when you work in an office like me. Doesn't our motivation count for something? Would you like some tea? No, thank you. I wouldn't want to risk drinking anything that might have had your sweat in it. You don't need to worry about that. I just made the tea, and as you can see, I'm not sweating. I see. You can leave the tea on that table then. Okay. Seems like your manager's coming in late this morning. Yes, that's right. I wish people in construction place more importance on punctuality. It's only today because he has another appointment. He's usually very punctual. I'm always amazed by the people that work in construction. I mean, you graduate middle or high school and go straight to work based on your physical strength and nothing else. And you get paid well too. Must be so easy. I actually have a university degree, you know. You went to university but ended up being a construction worker? Why? What's so funny? I just find your background to be rare. Rare? I mean, construction work isn't the kind of work that people choose to do, so... Huh? I just don't understand why someone with a university degree would choose to work in construction. You must be crazy. You're the one that's crazy. You've been talking nonsense ever since you got here. Does wearing a suit and working in an office make you so important? Why are you filming me with your phone? Aaron began filming with his smartphone and was smiling in a creepy way. I just wanted to have a recording of what happened today. I wouldn't say that a suit makes me important, but it makes me human. What does that make you? A beast? I can't believe you work in sales with that personality. I don't think our company will be working with you anymore. Stop filming me with your phone! I didn't know you had the authority to make such big decisions. You're just a beast. You should at least consult with your bald manager first. You... I can't believe the words coming out of your mouth. Oh, you're back to shouting again.
What's going on here? I heard some shouting.
Good morning.
Alan's voice is quite loud.
No, Aaron.
Well, Alan is one of the most energetic people working at this company. He makes the ambiance here great.
I see. I suppose we could call him the leader of the beasts.
Yes, he is. You'd be surprised by all the heavy things that he can carry on his own. Thanks for your hard work, Alan. I appreciate it. I'd like to take you out to lunch sometime soon.
Aaron's been saying some pretty rude things about our company. He tried to make fun of me by filming our conversation with his phone. What are you referring to? I'd like to talk business with your manager, so I think you could go back to the construction site now.
Yes, Alan, you can go back to work now. I'll take it from here.
Although I wanted to say more, I left the office like my manager suggested. I couldn't concentrate on work today, but I had to get it done. My manager really liked Aaron, so that's why he couldn't see Aaron's bad side. And Aaron would try not to show his bad side in front of my manager. The construction work we're doing now is one of the projects that Aaron brought to us. But seeing how he acts around me, I could tell that he looked down on construction workers. I knew that he couldn't get away with his superior attitude forever. That bald manager sure likes to talk.
Hey, Aaron.
Hey, Rick.
Did you go by the construction site today?
Yes, I did.
That's why you smell like dirt.
I'm envious that you don't have to go there.
Well, I get to choose where I go and don't want to go. I'm your manager after all. I could get you to do all the dirty work.
You're evil.
I wouldn't want to be around those sweaty construction workers. By the way, I wanted to ask for your help in creating a promotional video for our firm and our employees.
Okay.
I'm counting on you to create an interesting video.
You got it.
1, 2, 3, go!
I'm Aaron, and I work in the sales department. I work with construction workers on a daily basis, and I see how unhuman their work is. But I try my best to get along with those beasts.
Okay, done. Think you went a little over the top there. We need to take a more appropriate one.
I think it's funny, and it's real.
Senior management won't accept this. It's inappropriate. I do agree that it's funny, though.
Can you send me that video later? I want to keep a copy so that I can look at it and laugh.
Fine.
It's funny, so I'm going to put it up on Twitter later. After Aaron got home that day, he posted the video on Twitter. He even posted the video that he had taken of me. What an asshole! He's got some nerve. The videos went viral and all of Aaron's colleagues and friends saw them. The video eventually came into my feed too. Did you see that video that Aaron posted about me?
What video?
I'm guessing that you haven't. Look at this!
What is this?
Aaron is making us look like idiots!
I can't imagine Aaron doing such a terrible thing to us.
Ever since his first tweet went viral, Aaron's been posting more and more videos about us. Do you see the one that he posted about me?
Why would Aaron do such a thing?
He's making fun of construction workers in general. We have to do something about this.
Alan.
We can't forgive him. Trouble Busters! Hello, how are you today? Where are all your construction workers today?
I told them to take the day off.
I see. You mean they all took the day off?
We don't plan on doing any more business with you.
What do you mean?
Well, according to you, we're not human. And I don't think we have the right to work with a big company like yours.
What?
Aaron, you idiot!
Rick, what are you doing here?
I've already spoken to your manager, Rick. Why did you post such slander on the internet?
Slander? That was just my idea of a stupid joke. It was supposed to be funny.
You're fired!
What? Why?
Your stupid tweet has become a big issue. Didn't you know that? You even posted a video of Alan. You invaded his privacy.
What? I thought people liked those videos. Isn't that why they went viral?
Is that how you see this?
Let me apologize to everyone.
You should. Would you be willing to accept our apology? Aaron didn't mean it in a bad way. It was supposed to make people laugh. I don't think so. Besides, construction workers around the world are offended by your posts.
What? You two must be really stupid if you can't tell how people perceive those videos. I'm gonna sue Aaron for invading my privacy and defaming me. I'm gonna ask you to pay for any damages caused to me. You can't be serious! It made me feel a little better to see Aaron and Rick begging for forgiveness from my boss. But their apologies were meaningless, and the contact between our company and theirs was terminated. Both Aaron and Rick were fired from their company. The company also lost its credibility and went bankrupt. Turns out that Aaron and Rick both looked down on construction workers and found ways to slander us. They got what they deserved. Aaron was ordered by the court to pay me lots of money for invading my privacy and defaming me. As for me, I was able to get back to work as usual with my coworkers. This is really heavy. I can do this!
You're gonna break your back!
No need to worry about me!
The new sales guy stopped by our office the other day. He seems nice.
I'm glad to hear that.
He even recommended this hair growth stimulant to me. I like him already.
I think it'd be quicker if you just got yourself a nice wig.
I don't want a wig.
It doesn't matter what kind of a job you have, and no one has the right to make fun of hardworking people. I want people to be punished for their wrongdoings. Trouble Busters!
I'm Alan. I live with my wife Sarah and my twin daughters Mia and Maya. I love my daughters. They are so adorable. I enjoy spending time with them and watching them grow. But Sarah and I got into an argument about which school we should send them to. Are we really going to send them to a private elementary school?
Yes, that's what we discussed.
Well, there's a public school close by, and I don't think we need to have them commute by train to a private one.
I don't want to send them to a public elementary school. They'll get a better education at a private school. It's better to give our children a good education from an early age.
You have a point, but...
Your role is to make enough money to pay for the school in their prep schools.
What do you mean by that?
Are you annoyed? The only reason why we're still married is because I'm counting on you to pay for our children's education.
What?
You do work for a good company and get paid decently.
Wow, that hurts.
What else do you have to offer?
We should really think about what the best choice is for our kids. They're twins, but they have different personalities, so it doesn't mean that they should go to the same school. Mia is shy, so I'm not sure if she would fit in well at a prep school.
A private school offers all types of programs for different types of children.
It seems like you want to put them in private school so that you can feel like a good mother. Are you really thinking about Mia and Maya?
Of course I am. As a woman, I understand the needs of girls more than you. I don't want them to socialize with boys that are uneducated.
Uneducated boys?
We need to think about their futures.
They're still in kindergarten. They have all the time in the world.
I've already started planning everything. It's too late to back out now.
You're so stubborn. In the end, Sarah got her way, and the day of the girls' entrance exam arrived. This is when things started to go funny. I should have stopped Sarah. There's no point in me regretting it now. The day of the announcement of the test results came. It was such a bad day for us.
Mommy, I'm so sorry. Don't ever call me Mommy again.
What's happening?
Mia failed her exam.
What?
I'm sorry.
There's no need for you to apologize. We know that you tried your best.
What are you saying to her? Maya passed, so Mia should have as well. I'm too embarrassed to see my neighbors. What will they think?
Oh, you're being unreasonable. That's a crazy thing to say to a child. I couldn't forgive Sarah for taking it out on Mia. From that day, Sarah's attitude towards Mia became very bad. Even Maya started to treat Mia poorly.
Mia, you're in my way. Move. I'm only reading. I want to sit on the sofa and watch TV. Earlier you told me to leave our playroom, didn't you? I changed my mind. You shouldn't talk back to me. Remember, I'm the one that passed the test. I'm going to tell our mom. Mommy! Okay, I'll move.
I was heartbroken over the conversation between my two daughters. I feared that Mia would break down from all the hostility she was getting from her mother and sister. I also worried that Maya would turn into an evil person. I don't want that to happen to my precious girls. One day, Sarah asked me to divorce her. What a day. What is it that you want?
What do you mean?
Don't walk away from your family without trying to resolve our issues first.
I want a divorce. There's really no need to talk further.
Why?
I want you and Mia out of this house.
What?
Maya's success is overshadowed by Mia's failure.
You can't be serious.
I'm thinking of starting a new life with one daughter.
You're evil.
I'm serious. I've thought this through.
As we were arguing, Mia came over. I didn't want her to hear what was being said.
Mommy? I asked you not to call me that anymore. I'm sorry. I have nothing to say to you.
Stop it!
Mia, you're going to live with your father from now on. Maya and I are no longer your family. Do you understand what that means? I bet you don't. You're not smart like Maya. I guess it's best for you to keep your mouth shut.
Stop the words coming out of your mouth!
Okay.
I didn't know what to do, and I panicked. I was disgusted by how Sarah could be so cruel to her young daughter. I made it my goal to make sure that Mia would grow up to be happy. I'm going to make sure that Mia has a happy life. I was a little worried about Maya too, but Sarah had no intention of letting me get custody of Maya. I promised to pay Sarah child support for Maya, and I left the house with Mia after my divorce was finalized. I began my new life with Mia.
Daddy, look!
Wow, you got a perfect score! You're a genius, Mia! With Sarah and Maya gone, Mia went back to being the happy child that she was. And she was doing really well in her studies too. Now that I look back, I think Mia crumbled under the pressure that Sarah was putting on her. Several years later, Mia was in high school. Mia was attending the best school in our neighborhood. She did it all on her own. Mia motivated herself to study and get into a good high school. She really is a genius. I was one proud parent. Mia was now a junior in high school. Some unwelcome guests came to our house. It was Sarah and Maya. I was surprised by how much Maya had changed. Wow! What happened to you, Maya? Maya had turned into a complete rebel and was wearing punkish clothes. She was hanging out with some friends from the bad part of town.
I'm here to ask you a favor.
What is it? I had a bad feeling.
I would like to exchange Maya for Mia.
Are you crazy?
You can have Maya.
Your daughters are not things that can easily be exchanged.
I know that. I worked very hard to raise Maya, and look how she turned up. Shut up, bitch.
Huh, it seems that Maya got all your good qualities.
I'm so embarrassed to be seen with her. I want you to take her off my hands. She quit school after all the trouble we went to get her in. It was more like she got expelled for her bad behavior.
You're selfish as ever. Mia then came over. Sarah smiled when she saw Mia, but she still looked evil to me.
Hello, Mia. Long time no see. It's time for you to come with me now. You must be joking.
I was surprised to hear Mia shouting. Mia began to say everything that was on her mind. Troublebusters!
What? I don't consider you to be my mother. What are you saying? Of course I'm your mother. You're unbelievable. You're the one that told me not to call you my mother. I don't remember saying that. You don't even know how hard my father worked to raise me. He had a full-time job, but he still cooked dinner for me and took me places on the weekends. He made sure that I didn't feel lonely. I've worked hard too, to raise Maya. But that was your choice. You left my dad and I don't recall. I was still small, but I remember. You said that Maya was your only daughter. Why would I even consider living with you after you were so horrible to me? I was under a lot of stress back then. Please leave now. My father and I want to have nothing to do with you.
Mia forced Sarah and Maya out of our house. Sarah was persistent and started to make a scene in front of our house.
Please, I need to pay a lot of money because of Maya's delinquencies.
What are you talking about?
The motorbike that Maya had been riding crashed into a car driving in front of her.
That's something that you need to apologize for. And I think it's normal to have to pay some sort of settlement.
Well, it seems that Maya crashed her bike into the car of a gang member.
Well, that was just unlucky.
It's not that simple.
First of all, get Maya to apologize for her actions. They will be more understanding if you give them a sincere apology.
Why me? Mom should take responsibility. She's the adult. She only refers to me as her parent when she's in trouble and needs my help.
Sarah and Maya began to have a catfight, but one of our neighbors called the police, and a police officer showed up in front of my house. Because the accident that Maya had with the car was entirely her fault, Sarah had no choice but to pay for the cost of repairs and any other damages. Because of the accident, Maya lost all her friends. She lost all hope and moped around the house.
Get out of bed, Maya! Leave me alone! Do you expect me to take care of you for the rest of my life? You chose me, remember? How dare you speak to me like that? I don't mind telling our neighbors about my accident from the other day. I wonder what they'll think of you after hearing that. I won't allow you to do that! People are already gossiping about your expulsion. I might also tell them that I used to date a gang member. Stop it! Then I hope that you're prepared to look after me for the rest of your life. Ah!
Maya was now manipulating Sarah. I worry about their futures. Maya is still my daughter, so I don't plan to cut ties with her completely. But my primary focus is to keep Mia happy. Trouble Busters! I'm Alan. I'm planning to go to a concert with my girlfriend Helen. We've both been fans of the band Travis for some time now, and we were finally able to get some concert tickets. There is one problem though. I don't have enough money to go to the concert. I'm able to pay for the ticket, but I don't have enough money for transportation. Do I need to give up on going to the concert? I need to think of a way to save up for the concert. It's the first time that I get to go to a Travis concert, and I don't want to miss the opportunity. I called my friends for their advice. One of my friends suggested that I make my way to the concert with an overnight bus as the fares were affordable. Helen and I looked up some information on the buses, and we saw that this would work for us. We were both so happy to be going to the concert! The day of the concert was approaching. The day before the concert, Helen and I got on an overnight bus. The bus was full. Helen and I were both excited about the concert. I hope that we don't faint in excitement tomorrow when we see the Travis members for the first time. As midnight got closer, the lights of the bus were turned off. Helen and I had fallen asleep, but I was awoken by an argument taking place in front of us. There were two punks sitting in front of us, and they were arguing with the people sitting in front of them. You've pushed back your seat too far, and we don't have any space!
We haven't reclined our seat that much.
Shut up! Don't recline your seats at all. We don't have enough space.
Oh, the seats are meant to be reclined. You can't expect us to keep our seats upright the entire time. We need to rest.
I can't go to sleep with this racket. I wanted to sleep so that I would be well rested for tomorrow's concert. The people in front of us were still arguing. I felt bad for the two women. Then, a man wearing glasses stood up to break the fight. Please, stop arguing. We all happen to be on the same bus by coincidence, so let's try to get along. Let's be amicable. Wow, that man has some courage. He doesn't seem like the type who'd be able to win a fight with two punks. I imagine someone like him sitting in the corner quietly reading a book. As these trivial thoughts were going through my mind, one of the punks said, "Shut up, you nerd! It's none of your business!" The punk pushed the man to the floor. No, that hurts! Ah, poor guy. I congratulate him for putting up a fight. Next, the bus driver made an announcement and asked the passengers to quiet down. Please, remain quiet on the bus as to not disturb the other passengers. Each passenger has the liberty to recline seats within reason. We can't go to sleep because we don't have enough room to stretch our legs out. Why are we the ones being told off? I'm sure that you would recline your seats too when going to sleep. We don't plan to go to sleep, so we won't be reclining our seats. Why don't they just give in? What's the point of staying up on an overnight bus? The other passengers that had been awoken by the noise looked tired and annoyed, but they did not have the courage to say anything to the punks. The punks clicked their tongues in disapproval, and the two women sitting in front of them kept their seats in the upright position. Poor them. A few minutes after that, Helen woke up and started to scream.
Ouch, ouch, ouch! Helen, help me!
What's wrong, Helen? I was shocked to see what had happened to Helen. The punk with red hair that insisted that he would stay up all night had pushed back his seat so far that the seat had jammed into Helen's legs. What an idiot! I couldn't suppress my anger any longer. I'm going to put them in their place. Troublebusters! Then, the punk in front of me began to recline his seat into my legs. Yo, what? Do you have a problem? My girlfriend is saying that your reclined seat is causing her knees to hurt. Could you please change the angle of your seat? What is it with the people on this bus? All you do is complain! Shut up and go to sleep! Your seat is jammed into my legs, and I'm in a lot of pain! I can't go to sleep like this! Are you picking a fight with me? I'm not. You said yourselves that we need to be careful when reclining our seats. Did I say that? I'm tired, and I don't have the energy to listen to your whining. I'd like to say the same thing back at him. The bus then made a stop at a service area. Do you want to challenge me? I have a black belt in karate. You should have told me that earlier. Bring it on! Let's go outside and settle this. Let's do this! I didn't feel like fighting with the punk. But I knew that the other passengers wanted to do something about the punks too. I need to do this for Helen. So, you're ready to do this, right? You sure? You won't regret it? What are you babbling about? I can take you down in a second! You're the one that is going to regret this! My karate punch is going to kill you! The punk then tried to punch me, but I moved away from his hand and dodged it. Did I mention that I have a black belt in karate too? You're ready, right? Here I go! What? I then punched the punk in the stomach. The punk fell to the ground and winced in pain. I didn't punch you that hard. Do you really have a black belt? Have you ever done karate? Do you want me to have another go? I cracked my knuckles and got ready to give him another punch. I'm sorry, I lied. Please, don't hurt me. I've never done karate. Will you leave me alone now? So, you were bluffing. You're so lame, man. Do you want to have a go too? Are you ready? I started to crack my knuckles again. I'm sorry. No need to pick a fight with me. The punk picked up his friend from the ground and ran away from me. I also returned to the bus. You hurt my girlfriend's knees. Do you have anything to say to her about that? We're so sorry. We won't be bothering you again, so please forgive us.
There's no need for this. Make sure you don't act like this ever again.
Okay, we promise that we won't. The two punks returned their seats to the upright position. But I wasn't ready to let them off too easily. I then went over to the two women sitting in front of the punks. You can recline your seats as far as you want now.
But...
Just trust me and give it a go. I then reclined their seats as far as they would go. You're okay with this, right? Yes. Also, I think that you should apologize to everyone on this bus for the racket that you caused. Okay. We're sorry for all the trouble that we caused you. I guess that we can forgive him now. Please remain quiet on the bus. I know that I'm a little insistent, but I still hadn't forgiven the punks. I think that they should feel more remorse for hurting Helen. So, you guys aren't going to recline your seats anymore? You said that you would be staying up the entire night. I overheard you earlier. Helen and I are thankful, as this means that we will have plenty of space to relax in our seats. We're lucky to have you two sitting in front of us. Thanks. Did you say something? No, we didn't. And just like that, Helen and I were able to enjoy the rest of the time on the bus. Helen, are you okay?
Yes, thank you, Helen.
Since Helen seems to be okay, I'll leave the punks alone now. Helen and I fell asleep dreaming about tomorrow's concert. The next day, the punks apologized to us again before getting off the bus. They looked tired because they couldn't get any sleep the night before. As the bus reached our stop and we were getting ready to leave, the two women on the bus said,
Thank you for your help yesterday.
I'm glad that I could be of help.
It was the first time for us to be able to relax on an overnight bus.
Reclining seats are useful, but they can be troublesome at times. Helen and I stretched out our arms after getting off the bus. The man wearing glasses also got off at the same stop as us. What you did yesterday was so cool! I waved to him with a smile. I wanted him to think that I was cool all the way. Because Helen and I were well rested, we had a blast at the concert. Trouble Busters!
Hi, I'm Helen, and I have a huge passion for cars. After graduating from college and getting a job, I bought myself a red convertible. And my manager at work said to me,
Did you know that Alan likes cars too?
This is how Alan and I got to know each other. We started hanging out together through our shared passion for cars. We eventually got married, and now we have a son. Recently, I've been working from home so that it's easier to take care of my son. I'm so happy with my life, but there's one thing that's been bothering me.
Helen, she's coming over today, too.
Doesn't she have anywhere else to be?
Sorry about this.
Don't worry about it. I feel bad for not being happy about seeing your mother.
Well, I know that's not easy to get along with her. Oh, she's already here! She only called 10 minutes ago to say that she was coming over.
So what was bothering me was my mother-in-law. For some reason, Alan's mother detested me. On top of that, she hated cars. It's because she gets carsick anytime she's in a car. I don't know why her hatred for cars turned into a hatred for me, but she was always mean to me. I'm sorry to barge in on you.
It's fine, but I wish you wouldn't always call us at the last minute.
I had the sudden urge to see my cute grandson. I happened to be in the neighborhood. Eric, say hello to your grandmother.
Hi, Grandma.
Hello, Eric. You're adorable as always. I'm sorry, but we don't have a lot to offer. But would you like some tea? You know you should always be prepared to welcome a guest.
Well, you only told us 10 minutes ago that you were coming over.
You should stock up on some nice teas and sweets so that you could always have some ready to be served. We have some potato chips. We also have some other savory snacks. Do you only eat junk food in your house? Are you trying to kill me? I'm sorry about that.
It's not like we live our lives expecting you to show up at our doorstep at any minute.
What is that supposed to mean? Who do you think raised you to be a decent man? I had to raise you on my own after your father passed away. It was really tough on me.
Grandma, please don't cry.
I'm upset that you can't make me feel more welcome. Could you go buy some nice teas and sweets to make me feel better? Okay. It may take some time. Isn't that why you have that convertible? I'm sure you can pick something up in 5 minutes or so. That's not possible. I don't want to get a ticket for speeding. And why did you buy a car that goes 200 kilometers an hour? I only go fast when I'm on a circuit. You should get rid of that car if you aren't going to make good use of it.
You're being unreasonable. Helen and I both love cars. It's a hobby.
Helen works from home. She doesn't even need a car. I can take it for you if you'd like.
Why would you want it? You don't even like cars.
I won't get carsick if I drive the car myself. You should rethink your marriage. Your wife has a spending problem.
You're crazy! I think you should leave now.
Sure thing, I'll go. I haven't even gotten a chance to serve her any tea or sweets yet. Actually, I only have junk food and tap water at the moment. That's why I don't like you. I hope you have teas and sweets ready next time I stop by.
Grandma is scary.
Eric, I'm sorry you had to hear us arguing.
It's not your fault. We can take her in small doses.
I hope that's not my mother again.
I'll get the door.
Me too.
You should stay here with your father. It might be your scary grandmother again.
I want to take care of you.
Wow, that's very nice of you, Eric. Did you forget something?
Hi, Helen. Sorry to show up unannounced.
Oh, what a pleasant surprise. It was Ken, my former manager and current manager to Alan. He was the one that introduced me to Alan.
Hi, Ken.
Hello, Eric.
Eric, can you show Ken into the living room?
Ken, come this way.
You're so energetic. Let me follow you.
What brings you here?
I was taking my new car for a drive. To be honest, I wanted to show it off a little.
I see. You came to the right place then. You should first come in so we can catch up. We have a great wine.
Thank you. But I can't drink because I came by car.
You can walk home and leave your car here. I was so grateful to Ken for introducing me to Alan. It was because of him that I have my beautiful family. He would visit us from time to time and we would talk about work and cars because we all loved cars. He is really kind and fun to be with, and I respect him a lot.
You're right. This wine really is great.
We were saving this for a special occasion. We wanted to drink it with you.
I guess it's worth the 5-kilometer walk back to my house.
It'll be good exercise for you.
Are you trying to tell me that I'm fat?
My mother was here earlier today, so we're happy that you stopped by.
Oh, your mother.
She was real mean today, too. She was unhappy that I wasn't waiting for her with teas and sweets.
Couldn't you have served her these snacks?
She doesn't like snacks. She's so picky.
She plays the single mom card whenever we try to talk back to her.
She's really stubborn. Isn't she happily married to her second husband?
I didn't know that she got remarried.
She got herself a new rich husband.
Oh, wow. She has a lot of energy to be able to find new love at her age.
Yes, she does.
I wish she'd just concentrate on her family and not keep coming over here.
Seems you two really are fed up with her. Maybe you should tell her how you're feeling.
I don't think so. She's always so cranky.
You can't stop when it comes to my mother.
Really?
I think you should say as much as you want.
Your mother is a mean old woman who remarried for money, and I hate her.
Helen, there's someone at your door.
What? Hi. I heard every word that you said about me. Oh, no.
When did you come in?
I heard the doorbell ring, so I went to get the door.
I guess we didn't hear because we were so engrossed in conversation here.
So, you had wine and you didn't think to offer me any. What? You should have offered me the wine earlier. Is that all you're mad about? I'm mad at you for the wine and also the cruel things you said about me. I won't forget this. Alan's mother left our house in fury. For some time, Alan and I were unsure as to what we should do.
Why don't we continue our conversation where we left off?
So we went back to having a nice time. It started to become dark outside. I think we drank a little too much.
You're right.
My wife is gonna be upset with me when I get home drunk.
I'm sorry about that.
Not a problem. I go home drunk all the time.
I guess you need to get home soon.
Thank you for coming over today. We had a great time.
I had fun too. Thanks for having me.
Walk home safely.
I'll be fine.
I guess we'll see you again tomorrow when you come to pick up your car.
Yes, so see you again tomorrow.
Good night, Ken.
See ya!
I'm so lucky to have Ken as my manager.
Yes, you are. I totally would have fallen in love with Ken if he wasn't married.
Yep. Huh?
Only kidding. It was supposed to be a funny joke.
Do you know where my car went?
What? My instinct told me to call Alan's mother. Did you happen to drive home in someone else's car? It wasn't a mistake. I drove back in your new car. About that. Yes. I got into an accident, but don't blame me for the damages to the car. What? I crashed the car into a tree. I wasn't injured, so you don't need to worry about me. That wasn't my car. What? The car belongs to Alan's manager. You need to pay for the damages to that car. You're joking, right? Can you come over right away? Alan's manager is here with us now. I won't forgive her for what she did. Troublebusters. Alan's mother came over right away and apologized profusely to Ken. That's when I realized that Ken's new car was in a really bad state.
Ken, I'm so sorry about what my mother did to your car.
We're so sorry.
It's not your fault. You don't need to apologize. As long as your mother buys me a new one in the same model, I'll be okay.
This is your fault! What? You have so many cars, I didn't know which one was yours! You should have told me that car wasn't yours. I didn't even know that you had taken the car. How was I supposed to tell you? Either way, you should buy Ken a new car, not me. That makes no sense. I do feel partially responsible, so I can pay half of the costs, but I'm not paying. What? Okay. And I also want you to divorce Alan. Alan, you can do so much better. Find yourself a nicer wife.
What the hell are you saying? Don't blame your mistake on Helen.
Be quiet. Besides, you stay out of this.
I intend on requesting you to pay the full amount to replace my car.
What?
Helen and Alan did nothing wrong. And I hate to see an adult blaming her mistake on her son and his wife. I know how you act around them.
Say what?
I can't allow you to mistreat my friends like this. I will sue you if you don't agree to pay for my car.
Ugh! I don't deserve this! Ellen's mother fell to her knees and began to cry. Ellen's mother asked her husband to help her pay back the fees for Ken's new car. It seemed that after Ellen's mother had crashed Ken's car, it exploded. The explosion took place near a vegetable farm, and so Ellen's mother had no choice but to pay for the damages to the farm as well. Her husband took care of those payments as well, but he forbid her from visiting our house ever again. After some time, Ellen's mother's husband left her. I guess I don't blame him. Because of Ken's kindness, my family and I were able to go back to living a happy life. We're now able to joke about what Ellen's mother did to Ken's car. I was grateful for my family and friends. Troublebusters.
My name is Alex. I work at a factory owned by a famous company. Working at a factory means that I create the products that are sold to the general public. It isn't seen as a prestigious job in society, but you could say it's a powerful occupation that sustains the world, I guess. Such is where I work, but the CEO of the company was a very difficult man. He replaced his now retired father as CEO not too long ago, but he was known to be not lazy, but one of those naive bon vivants you sometimes hear about. He's not working at all in that CEO position his father passed on to him, and would chastise the factory workers saying, "This work ain't for humans, bro." Ever since the second CEO was in office, the working environment had definitely changed for the worse, and we, the workers, weren't satisfied. One day, the new CEO paid the factory a visit. "Hey there." Oh jeez, what a grotty place as usual. "Oh, Mr. CEO, good afternoon. Plus it stinks like hell. How can you possibly work here?" Was there anything I could do for you? I just came to visit you low-life workers in this armpit of filth." "You got anything to say?" "Low-lives. Who do you think keeps this factory going, you nut job?" "Damn, keep it together, man." He started to look around, wandering this way and that. Quite the nuisance. "Hi there, Grandpa. Don't slack off and get back to work. You want me to cut your pay?" I'm sorry, sir." The gentleman that the CEO insulted is a veteran worker who's been employed for decades. His work is godlike, but he's still very sympathetic. And he's been taking great care of us since we first started working here. We call this veteran of ours Papa Joe, and we love him dearly. But still though, it's sad for a grandpa like that working in this pit. I'd be so embarrassed. I'd wish the sky would break open and swallow me up. It's the ground that should break open, dimwit! How the hell would you get to the sky even? Pardon me, sir, but I must protest your words. Regardless of age or of occupation, there's no scale of good or bad in work, is there? I was furious at how he humiliated Papa Joe. And before I could stop myself, I'd uttered those words. Oh, I really did it this time. The frick? So a drainage rat like yourself gonna pick a fight with your CEO, huh? I have no intention of arguing, I assure you. However, it is because of our hard work that the factory is always operational and satisfactory, is it not? I believe it's wrong to call such work sad or embarrassing. Huh? You're really getting on my nerves. Work at factories? Please, anyone can do all that. Even robots can do it. This isn't even a job for people. Change my mind, you insect. He uttered those ridiculous things out of nowhere and left. I was just working as usual. Oh, what a day. Alex, you mustn't say such blasphemy to the CEO. I'm sorry, Papa. I just couldn't keep it together after what he did to you. Oh, darling.
My dear Alex, you're so sexy. I thought you were just my colleague, but oh, what's happening to me?
Oh no, please don't make this snowball into a cheesy romance story. Please! I'm a pass on the middle-aged office love.
I'm just kidding, you bozo.
The kidding be overboard, sir. But after what transpired that day, something bad happened. It happened on the much-awaited payday. I looked for my pay of the month with an excited spirit. But I found that only $500 had been deposited. 500? What the? This isn't a student's part-time job! Hello? I sprinted to the top office in a panic. I suppose there was some kind of mistake and got the wage wrong. However, no matter how many times I checked and confirmed, the wage of $500 was official and correct. What have we here? What brings you to my office, low-life factory worker? Mr. CEO, sir! What's the meaning of this $500 wage? This can't be right! Factory work ain't even for humans, remember? $500 is plenty for wages. I'll lower the bar to equal your ground zero status, bro. Underpayment? Pardon me, sir, but any reason you offer won't be enough to excuse this treachery. For that kind of work that anyone could do, $500 is more than enough. You little catfish. He discarded me outside the office as though I were garbage. This is outrageous. I went to talk with Papa Joe. That's when I found out that his pay was also $500. Additionally, there were personnel other than us whose pay was severed. So, you guys were also paid no more than $500, huh?
Yeah, the other day the CEO called me little high school graduate worker. I knew he looked down on us, but I never thought he'd do something this cruel.
He called me a disgusting geek who could only find this job out of university. I mean, I do admit I'm an introvert, but still.
Doesn't matter if you went to college or not, he still condescends us severely. So, in other words, he just wants to insult us and nothing else. According to what I heard, only workers who were hated by the CEO had their pay reduced to breadcrumbs.
We don't need to be pushed around by that shithead CEO any longer. Listen up, everyone, because I have an idea.
Papa Joe gathered all those whose pay was cut and proposed something intriguing. As I got on board, all I wanted was to spit in the face of that piece of trash CEO. Prepare yourself! Trouble busters! We all submitted resignation notices. The CEO laughed and said, "We'll be fine no matter how many of you resign. You won't find another job in any case." But, actually, we'd already found our next place of employment. Papa Joe is quite famous in this domain, and he's apparently had offers from other companies on multiple occasions. He contacted one of them saying,
As long as you hire some young colleagues of mine together, I'm all for it.
A certain factory accepted his wishes, and we would all be working there soon enough. This company has lots of connections, and its performance was on the rise, enough to attract public attention. Papa, thanks so much for giving us this opportunity to work for such a gold mine.
Oh, no need to thank me. But, Alex dear, seems we'll be working in the same space again, darling.
What did I tell you about making this cheesy?
I'm kidding, bozo. Talk about timing. We were in need of factory workers. We feel blessed that you and your friends came to us, Alex.
Mr. CEO, sir, I'll do my best.
I'll do my best too.
And so will I, Mindy.
And that's how we started to work at our new jobs. Whatever happened to spitting in the other CEO's face, you ask? Well, to be honest, us resigning was all part of the plan. A while after resigning, I was contacted by the CEO directly. Hello? Ahoy, Mr. CEO, sir?
I beg you, I'll make your pay whatever you desire. Just please come back.
Oh, pray tell, what is the meaning of this? I don't understand much, but it seems our old CEO is in quite the panic attack. According to what he had to say,
Mr. CEO, sir, it appears we have quite the onslaught of complaints from our partners. Complaints? What about? The transaction services are terrible. The deliveries are late. Complaints we've never had before, really. Why the hell, though? I'll ring them up right now.
It seems they've been swamped with complaints ever since we resigned. The CEO, suspicious, called them to obtain more details. In response, he was interrogated.
So many anomalies in such a short time can't be right. Tell me exactly what happened.
Our old CEO replied calmly.
Well, a bunch of factory workers went on permanent strike the other day, and now that the useless vermin are gone, things should be smoother now, shouldn't they?
He even went to state our names. The answer from the partner was,
That, Mr. Alexander? If he's truly resigned, the partnership is off. We can't associate with you anymore.
all the other partners were in unanimity. If Mr. Alexander's resigned, we're done. He was bombarded with phone calls stating these things. Without the slightest clue of what's going on, he finally came to beg for our return after all this time. You see, we were in charge of something very important back at our old factory. Managing the manufacturing machinery, of course, but we also handled the transactions between our business partners really well. Even if it was something inconsequential, we discussed thoroughly until we both fully understood everything about our situations. It seems too obvious, but this is something only people who've been doing this job for many years can take on. Because of this, we were very much trusted and respected by our business partners. Now that we're gone, perhaps the factory was in a commotion over managing all that. The product quality dropped so low, the business partners personally complained. A few days later, to our surprise, our former CEO came to our new workplace himself.
Please, I beg you, come back to our factory.
After all this time, who do you think you are?
Your wages. I'll double them from before. Please, please.
Double the $5,000? So, $1,000? You've gotta be kidding me.
No, that's not what I mean. That was all a harmless joke.
Plus, factory work isn't for people, is it? Then why not leave the job to robots?
Here, here! How about you let the Iron Giant and R2-D2 handle everything? Yeah! If you really want us back, isn't there something else you want to save?
I hire you back to our factory. I beg you.
He was trembling from head to toe, and his forehead literally touched the ground. Bruh, his acting is terrible, goddammit. But we have no obligation to return, even after his apology. We decline. Goodbye. We all declined his offer. A few months later. So after this fiasco, our former workplace continued to receive negative reviews from the public, and business partners started to dwindle. Their performance as a business also struck rock bottom, and the CEO's reputation was completely destroyed. Yep, they were in the red, and the replacement of CEO would take time. Nah, they'll probably go bankrupt. Meanwhile, we're working in high spirits in a new factory. Among the new business partners, a few were some we've collaborated with before, and there have been instances where I could work together with a familiar face. Our former CEO said that literally anyone could do factory work, but taking care of the small things in the factory and conducting smooth meetings with knowledgeable folk is a job not many are able to do. It's a clockwork enterprise where we, the workers, and the gears each do their part to make it all run smoothly. I hope our former CEO now realizes that, with his company heading towards his grave. Doesn't matter. Too late anyway. Trouble Busters! I work in an IT company, and last year, I married Sheila. Of course, seeing as we only just married, we're still in our honeymoon period. I can't help but look forward to the end of the day, when I can go home. My work life and my private life was going really well, and I felt that I was going to become the perfect man. But it's our first year of marriage, and we're about to deal with a serious problem. Before we got married, we were talking about sharing the housework down the middle, but she can't do anything, so I'm doing everything. I'm home.
You're late. Just how much were you planning to make me wait?
Sorry, I got stuck in traffic.
I'm super hungry. My spine and stomach are already stuck together.
Oh, then that means that any excess fat is...
Stop blabbing. Hurry up and cook. Also, I'm going out the day after tomorrow, so can you get all the laundry done today?
Yeah. Sheila spends her days taking naps or going out to have lunch with her friends. To be honest, I have no complaints if she's going out. But when they come over, the house gets so messy. It's like they started a war or something. I wonder what kind of friends she invites for it to turn out like this. And the one to tidy up is, of course, me. Sheila's reckless when it comes to spending money too. She always chooses high-end restaurants when she goes out to eat, and buys brand items on her way home, as though she's buying groceries.
Today's breakfast doesn't taste very good.
You're kidding. I taste tested it though.
Something must be wrong with your sense of taste. Rather than eating something like this, I'd prefer pouring tea on rice and eating that.
If you're going to complain that much, then why don't you cook?
What? I'm busy.
Painting your nails?
Yep, otherwise my friends will make fun of me, saying I look lame.
How about you just make your nails look like Edward Scissorhands?
How am I supposed to use my phone?
Don't use too much money, okay? You've got to keep the restaurants to a limit, or...
That's impossible. Tell my friends that.
Then can you cut back on buying brand items?
Nope, they'll say I'm slow on trends.
What's wrong with a snail's pace?
What? Don't play dumb. It wasn't funny.
If we're newlyweds, we should still be able to laugh at jokes like this. Normally anyway.
Yeah. My husband got angry when I didn't laugh at his joke. LOL. I just tweeted what you said.
What a horrible day. Also, don't play with your phone when we're eating dinner.
What are you, my dad?
Anyway, we decided before we got married that we'd cooperate with the housework, right? I think you can help out a little bit instead of just playing around. It's getting pretty tough to do everything after work.
If I feel like it.
You always say that. People who say stuff like that never do anything.
Oopsie daisy.
I wanna cry. Every day, I go to work with the lunch I make for myself. At break time with my colleagues, I enjoy my homemade lunch. When I go home, the house is either a mess, or my wife's sleeping, or she's annoyed. Every day was the same, and I began to hate my life. One day, I was eating my homemade lunch with my colleagues when I got a call from the police. Hello?
Hello, is this Adam?
Yes, this is.
I'm a police officer. I'm afraid we found 2 seriously injured people in your home.
Huh?
Can you come back right away?
Understood. I'm on my way. I left work and rushed home in a taxi. Outside my house, the police had put up tape, and it looks pretty ominous. Even though she was horrible, we had only just married, so I was worried, I think. I felt myself going pale as I spoke to the most important-looking officer. I got a phone call. Is my wife okay?
She was taken to the hospital earlier. She's in a very serious condition. They're going to conduct surgery straight away, but even if she's saved, there will be some scarring left.
What on earth happened?
The truth is, I'm very sorry to tell you, but...
Was it a thief?
No. She was trapped underneath a shelf.
A shelf?
Yes, I believe you had a glass shelf put up, came down on her, and...
Didn't the glass shard stab her all over?
Yes.
Ooh, that must have hurt. Huh. I heard there were 2 people when someone called me.
Yes, that's right.
Who was it? Her mom?
It was a husband from 2 houses over.
Huh?
I think his name was Aiden. When we found them, they were in their, birthday suits. I'm very sorry.
Oh, now I get it. Understood.
Can I have your alibi, please? Neither of them could speak, so we can't ignore the possibility that this was done on purpose.
I finally realized that the police officer must have felt very awkward. I wonder how he must have felt when he called me. My wife and our neighbor, Aiden, had surgery and regained consciousness 2 days later. On my day off work, I went with my lawyer to the hospital. My wife's parents were visiting when I arrived. Hello?
I'm very sorry for the trouble my daughter has caused.
We've made sure to tell her off.
She's very sorry for what she's done.
That daughter of yours is covered in bandages. How do you understand that she regrets what she did?
Sheila, you regret what you did, don't you?
Like this.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to divorce your daughter.
Huh?
I've been very patient up until now. She doesn't help with the housework, and she keeps on calling friends over. Frankly, rather than husband and wife, it was more like living with a troublesome pet.
Pet? No, pardon me. Please rethink.
No way. There's no way. No matter what you say, I want a divorce.
Can't you just give her one more chance? My daughter only has you left.
Please, think it over.
She has loads of friends. And she has that lover, Aiden. Look, she's got lots of flowers too. If she's had this many visitors, she'll be okay.
Who the hell do you think you are?
How dare you go and say whatever you like?
Me? What?
Don't you feel any debt towards our daughter?
Nope, none.
Our daughter has been supporting you all this time.
Supporting me? Don't you mean sleeping around?
You're horrible! You're the devil!
You should have been the one to get crushed by the shelf!
Then I'll come back another day. Until I left the room, they kept on shouting obscenities. It was funny that Sheila was nodding along to their words. However, now I have everything I need for a divorce. Time for the Trouble Busters! Of course, I pitied them, so I decided to wait until they had been released before suing them. On the day of their release, they both came to my house, bandaged and supported by crutches.
Divorce? What are you talking about? You should pay compensation.
You're one to talk. Of course I'm not going to pay compensation. You're going to pay.
What? Women don't have to pay compensation.
What kind of privilege is that? That's way too unfair. Calm down, the both of you. First, why do you want a divorce? Let's debate about this situation quietly. Adam, you go first and speak your opinion. Why are you the MC? You're the reason why we're here. You're the one that slept with Sheila. Adam, please calm down. At this rate, we won't be able to have a proper discussion. You're in no position to lecture me. Why are you so calm? Adam, when you want to speak, please put your hand up. You're really irritating. Seriously.
Yes, I'd like to speak.
Sheila, go ahead.
Do you have evidence that we were cheating?
Huh?
We just happened to be naked. We weren't having an affair.
You happened to be naked? What kind of situation is that? Well, we were dancing naked. What? Is my house a naked beach or something?
Anyway, you don't have proof, so we can't divorce, and we won't pay anything.
Yes, okay, then look at this. These photos are proof of your affair.
Where did you get these?
I hired a PI to find proof of your infidelity.
No way. Can I see those photos? I want to check that they're not fake.
What? You still won't confess? No matter how many times you look, they're real.
They've been taken from a pretty good angle. There.
Nice, Aiden. How's that? If they're ripped up like that, you can't use them anymore.
Those are just copies. I also have them on USB. Rip up as many as you like.
No way!
Sheila, pay 14K. Aiden, I'll demand 21K from you.
Huh? Me too.
Of course. More importantly, if your wife finds out about this, I'm sure she'll file for divorce too. So you might have other compensation to pay.
No, you're lying. That's impossible.
This is illegal. I'm going to find my own lawyer, so prepare yourself.
Understood. After that, Sheila advertently tried to find a lawyer, but no one in their right mind would take on a battle they were sure to lose. So she had to pay up. After the divorce, Sheila finished her rehab and got a job. It seems she tried to get a new guy, hiding her real personality, but her true colors were revealed instantly, so she hasn't managed to remarry. As for Aiden, he paid both my compensation and his wife's, and is living alone somewhere. I managed to get promoted, and the CEO, who I've been quite close to, introduced me to his daughter, and we married. We have fun doing all of the housework together. They say that the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, so if you want to see your partner's true colors, it might be faster to meet their parents. Trouble Busters!